Good evening. First of all, I take this time to appreciate uh, my subscribers, actually, this far, for we are growing and we don't take this lightly. We are thankful, and once again, we are grateful. And as we embark on a different venture, uh, how we should invest our money, especially those people who save their monies in the bank. I come before you this evening to request for more subscribers as we learn together. Just subscribe and hit the subscription button as we move on. Today we are going to learn something uh, that can actually help us uh, grow our money, especially those people who are fond of saving their monies in bank. When you save your money in bank account, actually, we know, especially in the Kenyan bank, we don't gain interest. The way we saved it yesterday, that is how we find it the other day. Because of this, we want to try another way. And in this case, we are talking. We want to learn about how we invest our money with the shares, uh, uh, the market that pertains buying shares and selling shares with a body we refer to as NSC, Nairobi Stock Exchange in Kenya. I believe we have also those people who are far away from us who who may wish to invest also. You know, when we talk about shares, it is an investment where even a foreigner can invest in a different country. So when we are going into the money market, and in this case, the Nairobi Stock Exchange, you have to have some of the reasons uh, why you are venturing into the same. And in this case, if you are fond of buying shares, or if you would be willing to start this as a way of investing your money, it is advisable to know key key reasons why you venture into the same. And in this case, when we refer to as shares, you buy shares so that one, you can earn dividend, and in this case, dividend comes once in a year. The other good reason why you buy shares is so that uh, you can uh, increase your capital. And in this case, when we talk about increasing capital in business, with the business terms, we normally call it capital gain. We are going to learn it in due course. And the third reason why we should venture into this market is just to trade. Today we are going to learn these three, and for those who are venturing into who would venture in this field for their first time, it can be a bit tricky because you must be in a position to know which companies you are supposed to buy shares from. We have private companies, we have public companies, and the other thing that you should know about the companies is to know how they are faring on, whether they are companies that keep on making losses. Uh, there are also companies that pay dividend, or they are just companies that are collapsing. In Kenya, we have companies that sold shares with the reason of uh, uh, closing their companies. Like, I can give an example, and I don't want to. There is a company in Kenya that used to be selling batteries, cells and batteries. They sold the shares and they sold it at 5 shillings. But later on, now that every section of Kenya, everybody was having electricity installed in their homes. That was a way of escaping, selling their companies to the public so that they get back their money. The owners of the company get back their money and leave the company to the shareholders. The company has not been paying dividend ever since it was sold, and therefore that is why I'm giving a good advice to ourselves, why you should know about a company. When the company that you are supposed to invest your shares, you should know it, you should learn more, or even be guided. So it also requires knowledge. You need some bits of knowledge about various companies in your country as you venture. There are companies that normally pay good money, or even keep on building capitals for their shareholders. Now, when we go to shareholding, that's a field where actually we have to risk. If you don't risk, then you cannot start from a point. So we have to shift. We have done it, and actually the money has helped us. We have been helped buying plots, building our houses, paying school fees. Even though this field of shares is all about a long-term kind of an investment. So let us go to those areas we mentioned. The three areas, key reasons actually why you should venture into this market. One was just you buy shares as many as you want, and there is a secret. When you are buying shares, you have to have as many. You have to build a capital base. You have to have as many shares as possible, so that if you are to earn dividend, you get a dividend yearly, and the amount of dividend depends on how much money you have. So in this case, as we talk about buying shares so that you can be earning dividend on an annual basis, you have to you have to be disciplined and be buying shares almost on a daily basis, without expecting to gain much very soon, because it's a long-term investment. So for that matter, if you are starting to venture into this with a reason of earning dividend that comes annually, you must build your capital by buying shares on a daily basis. As of today, there are those shares that are being sold on a platform, on a mobile, that came the other day, called ZD, and it is actually helping us because you can buy those shares even right at home. And even when you have 500 shillings, you can buy shares depending on how much a share costs. So the other the second reason as to why we venture into money market for buying shares is uh, building our capital. With this, it requires a lot of experience, some experience that you gain with time. Building your capital, you just need to buy shares. Then you have to have a lot of time. Nowadays, you can even go to Google, be checking about the companies that you have bought shares. You find if you bought a share at 5 shillings, you keep on looking at whether it is gaining. If it gains with 2 shillings, you can sell, and you have your money back into your account. Then you wait, or even look at another company where you can buy the same. After making profit, you can buy. You can even wait for the same company if it can fall, especially when there are calamities or even political unrest in the country. You can wait and then buy. When it falls, even with the shillings, you buy, and then you wait until it gains. You keep on building your money in this kind of a manner, and that actually is done. Those people who have a lot of experience with the various shares uh, normally do this. It is a sort of investment, and you can build capital. And the best thing about shares, if you have many, even if it gained with 20 cents, for example, if you had 100,000 shares and it gains with the 20 or 30 cents, if you multiply, you'll have gained some money, and therefore it is advisable. Also, this is a very good way of increasing your capital, and we also refer to this as trading, because when you talk about trading, it is something that you'll be watching all along. When there is a fluctuation, there is an increase in price, you sell, and then when you have gained profit, you wait until it drops, and then you buy. When it is on a lower price, you are buying, as you are still increasing the number of shares that you are buying. So with the time, you'll eventually land somewhere. So there is something else I can talk about these shares, and in this case, uh, people who are not vibrant may not I may not advise them to venture into this, because shares requires you to be checking the performances on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis. That one is the much that I would wish to sensitize ourselves today, and I'm trying to figure out whether there's something else that I'm forgetting about the same shares. So I think that is much for today, and as you choose which way forward, it is also advisable to know that when you are venturing into a long-term investment, it is something that you make a target. You can say, in 5 years' time, I want to have this amount of money because of investing in this way or the other. So discipline is also supposed to be with us when you are investing, especially with this long-term investment. For those who don't know what is all about long-term, I wouldn't advise them to venture into this field. Thanks a lot, and we'll speak on the same in any other day. when I will have found out whether there is something that we never mentioned to you today. Thanks a lot. Until another day, may you have a pleasant day or night. Amen.